Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Fastest Way to Consistent Trading Profits. So this is, this is what it's like trading sometimes. You're driving down the highway with your friend, you don't know how to drive, and he gives you the steering wheel of the car and he's driving around 100 miles an hour now. How do you feel when you get into that situation? You've got no idea how to drive and you're sitting behind the wheel of this car going 100 miles an hour. That's you. How do you feel? Now, most people approach trading exactly like this. They try to start trading, they open up an account, and they've got no idea what they're doing. And it's a bit like driving behind the wheel of a car going 100 miles an hour down the highway or the freeway, whatever you're driving down the road, and you've got no idea what you're doing. It's nerve-wracking. And then most people blame psychology on the fact that they're not succeeding as trading when they don't even know what they're doing. So firstly, you've got to learn how to trade. Stop talking about psychology first. Learn what you need to do. And then when you know what you need to do, then you'll have confidence when you're trading, and the psychology will be much easier to deal with, because trying to make money as a trader when you don't know what you're doing, it's not going to happen. You're going to lose money consistently. And it's going to be a transfer of money from people who don't know what they're doing to people who do know what they're doing. So let me share this with you. Here's a trader success story right at the beginning, and listen to what she says. This is Jane. Jane now has a course that she runs. She came to me about 4 years ago, and she's now running her own course, trading NQ at the cash open. So she took my training and she specialized it to the market that she trains. It took her from beginner to consistent profits in 3 months. And listen to what she said. I found the best thing, listen to this carefully. I found the best thing was knowing what you are doing gives you confidence in your trades, and the fear of losing was gone. Now, how many people are afraid of losing? If you're driving a car, you're afraid of crashing if you don't know what you're doing. It's nerve-wracking. Listen to what she says next. Trading had become a lifestyle, no longer a binary gamble or a nervous hope job. Believe me, it's the best and the only training to succeed with. Now, most people are not going to cover this. They don't teach you this because guess what? As a marketer, this doesn't sell very well, but it's a necessity. People want to know the strategy. What do I do to make money in the market? Guess what? A strategy alone is not going to help you. You're not going to make money even if I give you a profitable strategy. You won't be able to carry it out. You won't be able to do it. You won't be able to tailor make it to you until you know the process. So this is what we're going to cover now. At the end of this session, you're going to know a bit about the process of becoming a trader. Okay, you're going to know about goals. Again, with any business, you need to have goals. You need to define your edge. I'm going to give you a brief introduction to the Tradesmart Edge, to our edge, to my edge, and everyone who I've trained. We're going to go through the framework you need to understand and have in place, like every business, and the process. I'm going to give you a process that you need to do step by step. And if you do this process and have this framework in place, you're going to improve as a trader. You're going to improve on a day-to-day, trade-by-trade basis. I'll open up with to audience questions and answers at the end. And plus, I'll also share with you an offer of how you can actually take the next step. So here's a picture of me giving a presentation at the New York Traders Expo not so long ago. And I was also invited to speak in China along with ministers of finance of various countries and other top traders and investors and people in the financial industry all over the world. Quick disclaimer before we begin, you can read that. Just know that all comments I make here are for educational purposes only. Everyone knows there's a high degree of risk involved in all types of trading, and we're not responsible for trading and investment results. A little bit about me, you can read it. I've been trading and training traders for many years. I started my professional life at Credit Suisse, and then I've been trading in various funds and hedge funds, and now I work for myself. So for those of you here for the first time and hearing about Tradesmart, we're a trading education business, and we focus primarily on teaching you how to read the market professionally and how to run a successful trading business, including how to develop your own trading plan and strategies which fit your personality and lifestyle. So first things first, trading is a business. So treat it as a business. Hobbies cost money. Businesses make money. So first things first, you need to start treating your trading as a business. All businesses need to have goals. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is why. You need to know the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you want to trade? Why do you want to become a trader? What's the reason for this? That's going to give you a big picture reason of why you're doing what you're doing. Do you really know why you want to trade? Just type it in the chat area. For those of you watching the replay, write it down on a piece of paper. Why do you want to trade? What's the reason? Do you want financial freedom? Do you want the freedom of lifestyle that trading can give you? But guess what? You're not going to get there immediately. You need to put in the work, okay? But you need to know why you're doing what you're doing. Stop and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because there's many other ways of making money. Trading is one of them. Most people do not succeed because they don't do it the right way. So maybe you want to make, to make money is not a good enough reason because there's many other ways to make money. So there must be something deeper going on. You need to ask yourself this, why am I trading? Because when it gets tough, you need to know with clarity that you're going to succeed and you'll go through the learning curve, because every time you have a losing trade or something doesn't work out for you, you need to go and figure that out. And you keep your goal in mind that you're going to become a successful trader and you're going to do whatever it takes. So why are trading goals important? Because they give you focus and direction. If you're on a journey and you're going from point A to point B and you know where you're going and you go off route, then guess what? You know where you have to figure out where you are. You have to figure out where you're going to, that's point B. But firstly, you need to figure out where you are, and then you need to figure out how to get back on track so you get to your destination. That's what I do as a job as a trading coach, is figure out where people are, where traders are in their development as a trader. Identify where they are, identify where they need to get to, and how to get there. And it's dynamic because you can go off route again. So you have to identify constantly where you are, if you've gone off route, how to get back on track, and then keep moving so you get to your destination. If you set out to get to destination B, you're going to get there. If you go off track, you get back on track. You don't give up until you get there. Trading goals are important because they're going to give you satisfaction when you achieve them. And they're going to give you a positive trading experience. So what are your trading goals? So for example, it could be to acquire expertise in reading the market. That's a good place to start. If you're trading using charts, learn how to read the charts. You should set challenging and feasible goals. In order to grow, you need to move into an area that you feel uncomfortable. You have to take uncomfortable action. If you keep doing what you're used to doing and it's working for you, you're never going to grow. You need to move into an area where you're not comfortable and get comfortable, and then move to an area that you're not comfortable and keep growing. If you're not growing, if you're not moving up, you're moving down. It's like an escalator. The escalator is moving down. If you're not moving up, you're going down. There's no staying stationary. You have to keep constantly moving forward and working on yourself and improving. You should set goals according to your level of mastery. So setting a goal like I'm going to make $100,000 a day, when you're just starting out, it is not reasonable. That's, maybe you should set a goal of, I'm actually going to be, positive at the end of the month by anything. That may be the goal at the beginning. Or the goal should be, how do I identify well scenarios in the market? Am I good at identifying high probability scenarios? That may be the first thing that you need to do. So you need to set goals according to your level of mastery. You need to be realistic, and that leads you to a sense of accomplishment and progress, which is going to keep you moving forward. If you don't feel a sense of accomplishment and progress, you're going to get depressed. You're going to feel down. It's going to destroy you as a person. And I've seen that happen many times before. I've seen people throw things across the trading floor. And that was also when I was at Credit Suisse, I've seen people get really frustrated and throw things across the trading floor. Those people didn't last very long. They lost it. So you need to make sure that you feel that you are moving forward on a day-to-day basis. And I'm going to share with you the process and the framework that you need to have in place so you can capture that progress, so you can feel good, even if you're not yet making profit. You're not going to be making profit at the beginning. You have to go through the learning curve. So once you know that, if someone tells you that, great. As a beginning trader, you won't be making money. It may take you a short amount of time. Some people get it very quickly, but at the beginning, you're going to be learning, like everything else. So the next thing you need to ask yourself is, how committed are you? Very important question. Are you committed to succeeding as a trader? Will you invest in an education and training, or are you going to try and kind of just do it haphazardly? You want to enter into one of the most competitive markets in the world, the financial markets, and take money off the tables of, people who have been doing this for many years successfully with no education and no training. Not very likely. The odds are against you. That's why the majority of people fail. Now, many people start out trading thinking it's so simple. It does look pretty simple. And once you master it, it goes back to being simple. But one of the big things that most people don't realize is you need to work on yourself. Are you willing to work on yourself? Are you willing to become to the best version of yourself that you can be? Will you learn from your mistakes and failures, or are they going to drive you down? Are you going to feel depressed about them when you fail? Are you going to throw your hands up in the air and then keep repeating the same mistake again and again? Or are you going to capture that mistake and say, look, I've got to stop I've got to stop doing that mistake, whatever it is. I'll keep getting out of trades before they get to their target. And then, I take a little profit and then I watch the trade go to the target and I'm not in it. How frustrating is that? I keep doing it again and again. How do I stop myself doing that? How am I going to learn from it? What's driving it? How do I improve? I know what the problem is. I've identified it. How do I fix it? What do I learn from it? How do I become a better person from this? So the process of becoming a master trader is the process of becoming a better person as well. Yeah, you're going to become very attuned to who you are as a person. You're going to get comfortable with losing money, because that's part and parcel of being a trader. We lose money and we're wrong. Even if we take good trades, they may not work out in our favor. As long as we never made a mistake in our execution, the outcome of any particular trade is unknown. But what you need to do is get to that clarity of the outcome of a large number of trades is known. That's called an edge. That's called having a positive expectancy. So the question is, will you do whatever it takes? How much do you desire to become a successful trader, and why? And are you willing to stay in it all the way to the end? Or are you going to drop out when it gets tough? Are you going to succeed? You have to know that before you start out. You have to be fully invested in it, all in. Otherwise, don't start. And if you're in it and you're not fully invested, maybe trading is not for you. So you need to ask yourself these questions. They're serious questions. Otherwise, you might end up wasting a lot of time going nowhere and, diminishing the family's funds or savings or whatever it is. You don't want to be in that situation. Don't be the person who came to me with $1 million account that they started trading and now they have $10,000 and they said to me, Simon, can you help me make back my $1 million that I lost, or close to $1 million? I've got 10,000 left. Don't be that person. Start small, prove to yourself it works, and then increase size. So this is one of the most important things. Once you've decided you want to trade, you need to define your edge. What is an edge? So it's an advantage you have over others. So why, if you're buying at a certain price, what do you know better than anyone else? What edge do you have that the odds are in your favor that that's going to work? What exactly is a technical edge in the market? We need to know that if you're a technical trader. You have to recognize when the odds in the market are in your favor. Ask yourself, who's on the other side of your trade? If you don't know who's on the other side of your trade, then maybe you're the novice trader and the professional trader is on the other side of your trade. So here's a very important question to ask yourself. Do you know what your edge is? Now listen to this super carefully. If you cannot clearly explain your edge, you don't have one. Now, everyone here, can you explain what your edge is? You're all trading. Or anyone listening to the replay here, you're all trading. Can you tell me why you have an edge in the market? What is it? And here's the most important thing that most people don't want to hear. If you don't have an edge, do not trade. Much like saying, if you don't know how to drive, like I said at the beginning, drive a car, do not get in a car and drive it, because you're probably going to end up in an accident and cause yourself and others damage, and maybe even a fatal accident. You never want to be in that situation. So if you're trading in the market without having a defined edge, you're not going to make money. And worse than that, from a psychological perspective, you're going to drive yourself down, because you're going to keep trying harder and harder to do something that's never going to work, because you don't have an edge. You don't know what it is. You don't know why you should make money in the market on a consistent basis. Maybe not on a trade per trade basis, but over a large number of trades, you should come out on top. If that, without knowing those numbers ahead of time, you don't have an edge. You need to know what that is before you start trading. So what I would say, anyone here, if you don't have an edge, do not trade. Do yourself a favor, get yourself an edge first. Now, let's say you do have an edge. That's the next thing. Say you have an edge. Someone taught you a strategy. You've got an edge. You can explain why it works. But the question is, have you proven your edge? Yeah? Have you proven it yourself? Does your edge have a positive expectancy? Have you proven you can do it? That's the next part. It may be work for someone else, but can you prove that you can take it? Can you take the same entries and exits? When I was taught to trade, I traded with a whole group of people, and we were trading as a group. So we were told, buy here, sell here. And out of 20 people who were trading, there were 20 different results. There should be the same results. One person says, we're going to buy here. So they bought earlier because I thought, okay, I'm going to get a better price. And maybe it didn't set up. And then maybe someone didn't get in when they're meant to have got in, and got in later and got a worse price, or maybe even got stopped out because the market moved against them and their stop wasn't in the right place because they got in late. So the reward to risk wasn't quite there. So and other people put in too much risk and ended up, maybe the trade was a loser, lost double or triple what they should have done because they thought maybe this was a trade. So the question is, can you successfully trade your edge? Okay, very important. Now, I'm going to share with you a little introduction to the Tradesmart Hedge. So we have training programs that will teach you quickly how to do this. We've got a program called How to Read the Market Professionally. We've got also an introductory program, which is session 1, How to Read the Trend, using candlesticks alone, no indicators needed. So our edge is we look at supply and demand. We know the levels of where supply and demand is in the market. Markets move from areas of supply and demand, always, any market. We also know what direction price is going in. It's a bit like a train. Is it going east to west, or west to east, north to south, south to north? Which direction is currently the train going in? Which direction is price going? Is it going up or down? And this replaces everything you almost need to learn about Japanese candlesticks. You can replace with one thing, price direction. And finally, you need to understand the trend. It's trend up, trend down. What is a trend on multiple time frames? Maybe you're in an uptrend on the weekly chart and a downtrend on the daily chart. How do you reconcile that? How do you know when the trend begins and ends? And again, we use that very often to enter into trades, even on the 1-minute chart. And then, importantly, you need to understand multiple time frame analysis. As I said before, if you're buying an uptrend and the uptrend is coming up against a larger time frame supply area, for example, that may be where the trend comes to an end. So this is our edge in the market, looking at supply and demand, price direction, and trend on multiple time frames. Now, let's jump quickly into the live markets for today. I hope this works. Maybe I should have turned it off. I would have had more bandwidth, but let's have a look. Let's see if I can pull up the charts there. Let's see if it works. It's not working. Let's try one more time. Okay, I guess we will move on. I'll try one more time. It's like it's jammed. Let's see, 1 second. Okay, let's move on. So let's move on. I wanted to do that, but it's not allowing me. Maybe we'll come back to that at the end. So this is the next thing. You guys still hearing me? Just let me know in the chat area. You can hear me loud and clear. You can still see the screen. Good, excellent. Thanks, David. So I wanted to share with you some of the edge by looking at the market from today, but it's kind of not starting. So if we've got time, we'll look at it at the end. But here's really important. What is a trading framework? Maybe every business has a framework. The framework is what you need to have in place, the components, and the process is how you use those components, the process you go through step by step. And I want to share with you that shortly. So every business, trading business, has a trading plan. Every business has a business plan. That's your business plan, trading plan. So you need to have a trading plan. Within the trading plan, you're going to have money management rules, risk management rules, trading strategies. And these are a few things you have. You have other things in there as well. So, and again, the trading plan is not just a strategy. It has much more in it. If you think a strategy is a trading plan, then you're missing a lot. Strategy is part of a trading plan. So, you have many people selling strategies online. Again, that's not the way to go. That's too specific and it doesn't give you a whole plan. You need to develop a plan for yourself, or at least start. You can start with someone else's strategy, but you need to make it your own first for it's going to work for you. That's the plan. The next thing is you need to log your trades. You need to have a log. Now, your broker's log is not enough. You need to be able to log things like time of entry. You need to log what your strategy.
Hey, Simon, are you there? Simon, if you can hear me, we're not hearing anything from you now. Okay. Looks like Simon's internet went out and he's logging back in.
Are we good?
Yeah.
We just dropped out. Let's go and share the screen again. Are we good? We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, trading log. That's the next thing we need to have. Trading log. And one of the most important things you need to have is a trading journal. Now, a trading journal is where you journal yourself as a trader, your aha moments. You want to journal what you did right, what you did wrong, what you learned, what you need, what problems and issues you have, and how you're going to solve them. I've got trading journals going back like 16 years, 17 years, right to the beginning. I could see how I've developed. I could see certain moments in my development as a trader and how that affects the way I trade now and those turning points. Very important to have that. So you can see your progress. You can see what you're working on currently. If you don't work on yourself as a trader, you're not going to progress. And if you don't log and journal what you're doing, you're not going to know what's working and what's not. So that's the framework you need to have in place. Now, the next thing you need is what do you do with that framework? You've got a trading log, a trading journal, and you've got a trading log, a trading journal. What do you do with it? And a trading plan. So you need to develop for yourself routines. For example, you need to have a preparation routine before you start trading. Yeah. And again, like everything else in life, if you ask why there may be certain psychological issues, because you're not prepared. Preparation equals confidence. If you're prepared for an exam, remember when you were younger and you took exams in school or high school or in university, and you weren't prepared, you didn't feel confident. If you're prepared, you feel confident. You go in there and you know you're going to pass it. So that's how you should be approaching trading. If you don't prepare before you trade, how on earth are you going to trade successfully? So you need to ask yourself a question: ready to trade? Go through certain routines. You can go through meditation, exercise, anything that works for you to get you into that calm, relaxed, focused mindset, ready for action, confidence. That's not good enough. Just because you're ready to trade doesn't mean the market's ready. So the next thing you need is the market ready. So you need to have a way of analyzing the market and know, is the market showing me something place, then it's not going to work. Now, the next thing, okay. Yes. The next thing you need is patience. You need to know what you're waiting. You're like a sniper. You need to wait for the market to come to you on your terms and conditions. Okay. If you wait for the market to come to you, you're not chasing anymore. It's a much different mindset. You're sitting and waiting for something to happen that you recognize, and then you take action. That's called patience. And you need discipline. Discipline is the ability to follow a set of rules. If you don't have a set of rules or a trading plan, you can't have discipline, because what are you doing? Discipline is defined as the ability to follow a set of rules. So in order to succeed as a trader, you need to have a set of rules that work for you. You need to have the discipline to be able to follow them. And you need to have patience in the market to wait for your setup to set up. And then you also need to go through the preparation and have a way of of knowing whether the market's setting up. So again, we go through routines, and then our psychology and emotions can be in better shape. Yeah, but if there are issues or emotions, initially they may get you to do the wrong things, get you out of trades too soon, not get you into trades when you should get into trades. Be aware of it, and then you can solve them and resolve them. Ultimately, when you become a master trader, your emotions are going to help you trade. They're going to, that sixth sense as a trader, you're going to know almost what the market's going to do. You feel and sense it before it actually plays out. So the emotions eventually, when they're attuned and aligned with the market, and that goes through years of experience, then you can start relying on them. So here's an exercise that you can do to actually figure out whether my emotions are helping my trading or not. So what you can do is analyze the market and, write down what you think the market's going to do before you analyze it by looking at the market, and then go and analyze the market and write down what you think the market's going to do based on your analysis and why. And then go and see how the market played out. If your emotions said, the market's going down, your analysis says the market's going up, and guess what? The market's going up. You can't trust your emotions. They're not aligned with what the market's doing. And again, you want to do this over time, not just in one trade or one scenario. You want to actually do it over time. Yeah. Now let's move on. Another thing that you need in your arsenal is you need to measure your progress. So you can do that through your trading log, trading journal. I'm going to show you how to actually do that shortly. Okay. So if you don't measure your progress, how do you know if you're improving or not? Very important. So let me share with you a process example here. So first things first, this is and again, listen to this carefully, maybe take a screenshot, write it down. These are the steps. Again, these are the steps that you can use yourself in your trading, and then you can add how you do it. So you need to prepare yourself to trade. You don't just switch your screen on and start trading. You need to do something. Then you need to have a way of analyzing the markets you trade with a view to finding trading opportunities. Okay, next thing. Next thing you need to do is you need to wait for the market to show you a trading opportunity in your trading plan. That's called patience and discipline. You need to wait. And you can see we've said trading plan. That's part of the framework. Okay, so we're waiting now for the market to show us our opportunity. We know what we're looking for. We're waiting for it to set up. Once it sets up, no hesitation, we take a trade. Now, what do you do after you take the trade? Well, good idea. Take a picture of your trade entry so you know what decision you made as the trade set up before it played out. So you can go and look at it afterwards and see, was that a good decision? Then write an entry in your trading journal. Write down what you're thinking and feeling. Write down whatever you need, as much information as possible about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, why that trade should work, how you feel immediately after taking it. Did you make a mistake? Do you regret it? Was it good? Do you think it's going to be a massive winner? Well, write all these things down so you know what's going on inside your mind, inside your emotions, inside your head. And then manage the trade according to your trading plan. Your trading plan tells you what to do. Once you're in a trade, you need to manage the trade. The trading plan tells you what to do, where to get out, where to add to the trade maybe, where to get out in profit. If it goes against you, where to put your stop. Then take a picture once the trade's finished, and then you can go and analyze it later. Here's my entry. This is what the market did. I got out here in profit. Or I got out here and the market continued going and I got out too soon. I should have stayed in. Or here I got in and the market went against me and it stopped me out. And then it went up. My stop's in the wrong place. What do you learn from that? Then take a picture of what happened next, because if you don't know what happened next, you won't know whether you did the right thing. And this is what you're doing constantly, so you can continually learn the market and learn yourself. Then write the trade in your trading log. And then write an entry into your trading journal. What did you learn from the whole thing? What worked for you? What didn't work for you? How are you going to improve going forward? What did you do that worked well and you want to do it again? Did you achieve anything that did you fix any mistakes from last time? Where are you? What can you learn from that experience? And again, what you can do over time is have a folder of your best trades, and you can go and cycle through them and teach your brain to recognize what that looks like, so that when you look at the market, it just jumps out at you. And again, at the beginning, I remember asking my trading mentors at the beginning, how do you find trading opportunities? So you have to go searching for them. Ultimately, what happens when you get good at this is they find you. You look at the market and it jumps out at you. Here's a trading opportunity. But you need to train yourself to recognize that. So today, we have discussed how to define your goals, how to uncover your edge, the trading framework, trading plan, trading log, trading journal, and the correct trading process. This is a process you need to go through step by step. So remember this, the best investment you can make in life is in yourself. As Jim Rohn says, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better, but you've got to let your knowledge lead to action, because knowledge that doesn't lead to action doesn't get you anywhere. You need to do something with it. So learn something and put it into action. If you learn something from what I've shared with you now, take it, build for yourself a trading plan, start logging your trades, start journaling your trades, put everything together and see how you move forward as a trader. If you don't have an edge, don't trade. Figure out what your edge is. If you want to learn price action trading, learning how to trade reading the charts alone, just the candlesticks, then you can do that. If you like indicators, find something that works for you. There's not only one way to do that. There's many ways, but you need to find one that works for you. I prefer no indicators. I prefer just looking at the charts as they are. So remember, as a trader, you are a business owner. And as a business owner, there are things that you need to know. I want to help you discover everything that you need to know. I've designed a course around exactly that, giving you the tools and knowledge you need to run a successful trading business. So let me share with you what that is. So my How to Run a Trading Business course is designed to help you discover all you need to know as a trading business owner. And this is what it entails. The first session will teach you about goals, tools of the trade, and how to develop for yourself a trading strategy that fits you, what steps you go through, so that at the end of it, you've got a strategy that has a positive expectancy. You know, if you would trade it consistently day in and day out, you will make money. The next thing is the trading framework. As we talked about today, the trading plan, the trading log, the trading journal. How do you do all that? What's the purpose of it all? And then once you've got that in place, what's the trading process? How do you do follow-up and review? Once you've logged everything, what do you do with it? And how can you look at performance statistics, for example? What do you look at? And what does that tell you as a trader? And how do you move forward from that? So that you're constantly moving forward, you're constantly improving. I'd like to say, instead of you going round and round in circles, imagine this scenario, round and round in circles, and you end up going nowhere. You want to be like a spiral. Every time you go round, you move up. you get better, and your destination is higher. So you go round the process, but every time you go round, you learn something, you improve, you get better. So you're not going round and round in circles, you're going round in a spiral. I like that analogy. Let me see if I can pull this, I'll pull the chat out over here. Let's put it over there. Okay, so next thing we teach is money management. How do you manage your money? How much money do you trade with? How much do you risk on every trade? How do you do risk management? Where do you put your stop? How do you position size? And how do you do trade management? We teach the main 3 ways of managing a trade. And with those 3 ways, you can come up with many different ways of doing it. But you need to learn how to do it. You need to also learn, for example, how to add to a trade without increasing your risk, how to make more money in a trade without ever risking more. And then finally, we go over trading psychology, the main issues you may have, and how to resolve them. You can work on yourself, for example, from the inside out, or also from the outside in. And we go through a few different strategies that you can use yourself to help you move forward with your trading. Now, let me share with you what people are saying. So Francesco, I thought it'd be good to drop you a quick note to say that I have been through the course, How to Run a Trading Business, and I found it very worthwhile. There were lots of little things, or gaps, as you put it, in my approach that I've become aware of. For example, I knew about how to benchmark a trade, but I wasn't actually doing it much, and was very sloppy as far as my trading log was concerned. I like the part where you say, fix your mistakes one by one, starting with the biggest one until there aren't any left. I have now become aware of an embarrassingly large number of mistakes in my approach that I need to fix one by one. Francesco is a successful trader now. This was a number of years ago, but he's now a successful trader. Matt, the trading room is very helpful in understanding how to go through the process. That's what we do in the trading room every day. We go through the process of identifying opportunity in the market, of reading the market. I've been trading for 11 years and I've not seen anything like what you do. Love how simple it is. I trade mainly options with trades that last 30 to 60 days. I've been looking for something I could use to trade for 2 years now. I want to round out what I'm doing with another source of profits. I've not been able to find anything I could execute consistently, just paper trading with your system. I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now and I've had far better results than anything I've ever tried. Kevin, hey Simon, you're always spot on. Really glad I met you. You have literally changed my way of thinking and life. You'll get to meet these people in our trading community as well. Marcus, Simon's probably one of the best coaches out there with a heartfelt passion for coaching and a real understanding of how the market works. He helps you view everything in a new way. The way he teaches is also really good and he goes through it until you understand. I can honestly say I've gotten more out of this training than I expected. So this is what you're going to be able to do with this knowledge. So again, trading is a business. With any business, you make profits and you take losses. So framing your trading in this framework can help you cope with losses and help you manage trading as it should be managed. So it's going to help you run a successful trading business, develop as a trader within a proven framework, create, test, and deploy your own trading strategies, easily track your performance, manage your risk, and much more. So this is what you're going to get. There's 5 sessions, about 1.5 hours each. It's on demand. You can watch it as many times as you want. And do recommend that you watch it more than once. You can watch it at your own pace as many times as you want. No live classes. You also get personalized support. And we also have a community that I'm going to share with you. And this is our trading community on Discord. And again, we have a wonderful group of traders here. We've advanced on since this and it's grown. And we have an amazing group of traders in there. Everyone's out to help everyone else to succeed. It's like everyone wants everyone to succeed. It's a wonderful community of like-minded individuals from all over the world who are really moving forward to become successful. And a lot of those people now in here are now successful traders, which is wonderful. And they're helping others. So you see people going through the learning curve, becoming successful, and now they're helping others as well. No traders left behind. So let me share with you the offer. So generally the price of this trading, and this is what I've been selling it for, and I want to make a special offer for everyone here now, or anyone who's watching the replay. And this is important. We're living in interesting times at the moment, and you want to take advantage of opportunities when they come. And this is one of those opportunities. So the regular price is 4997. Deadline's 2 days from now, from wherever you're watching this. And you're going to receive, I've never done this before, I've never sold it at this price, $3,000 off. So you go to the checkout and you put in the coupon code 3000 off. So today, and this is not only what you're going to get, it's 1997. Now let me share with you this. So you go to this, you have to type this into your browser. So tradesmartforex.com with the number 4/start now. Okay, so I want you to do that now, and I'll show you what you, if it works, I'll show you what page you come to. So you're going to again receive $3,000 off. So it's only going to be 1997. Now let me show you this. There's a special fast action bonus here for those people who are going to sign up now. As soon as you see this, for the first 10 people, I'm going to give you access to our live trading room for 3 months. And again, it's $497 a month. And the first 10 people are going to get in before the deadline. Now we have wonderful traders in our trading room, and we have some people that just watch the recordings, and that's how they trade the rest of the day. Give some ideas, give some the ability to consistently improve what they're doing. So we're teaching in there on a day-to-day basis, myself and Mike and Jane. So yeah, so this is what you're going to get. And so again, if you join now, go to this link. I'm going to show you what you get. So you get how to run a trading business. It's usually 4997. 3 months in the live trading room, which is 1491. If you sign up, one of the first people to sign up, that's a total of 6488. And today you're only going to pay 1997. Now, just ask yourself, this could be the cost of 1 day of trading if you don't know what you're doing. I've seen people lose way more than that, unfortunately, in 1 day. So it's very worthwhile to invest if you don't know how to do this. And even if I've had people that, as you can see, that have gone through the training that are successful traders, but it's helped them become more successful, from all the way down to I'm not successful, and this has helped them get on track. Okay, so let me show you if this works. Let me show you the checkout process and see if we can get this working. Okay, yeah, we're working. So let's go up here. Okay, so this is my website, and if you once you join, you will get access to the members area, and you can click on here, and that brings you into the members area. Let me just get that out of the way. Here we go. So here's the page. So you click on here, and it brings you to checkout. Now you need to put in the coupon over here, 3000 off. Now if you click that in and you press this, you'll see it'll take it down to 1997. You get $3,000 off. It's been the price now for since the beginning, for about, I don't know, 7, 8 years, 9 years, however long we've been selling this course for. And so that's how you do it. You fill in all your details, you get an email, and then you'll get access to the membership site. And it's in here, education and training, plus the first 10 people get access to the trading room here, which you click from here. So just to show you what this looks like, I'll show you the trading room. So we have the live trading room in here. And then the daily trading sessions are recorded, so you can watch them. So you can go and watch today's session, for example, which was actually working before my internet, the internet cable or whatever got cut by a builder. And so the whole of our road has lost internet. So that's why I'm running off my 5G connection on my phone, which is my kind of backup connection. I can't even go to a neighbor because none of us have internet. So this is basically today's session. You can see here, this is May the 25th today. So you can watch today's session, what we said. We have a weekly preparation session, which is also a separate subscription where we set up for the week. So you'll learn the process of how we set up for the week as well. Let's see if I can, yeah. So what I can do now, let's see if we can open up for any questions and answers. Again, go to this link, TradeSmartForex.com. Maybe David, you can put it into, you did already, good job. And /start now. And again, this is an opportunity. If you are losing too much money as a trader and you want to get on track, if you're starting out and you want to start the right way and not, again, this is the long, short way. The other way will take you much longer. And again, we're living in times where you can learn from other people's experiences, from other people who have already gone down the path and have succeeded, and help others to do the same instead of trying to figure it out yourself, which is, the longer path, and you may never get that. Or it may take you a much, much longer time. So again, this is how you, and when you're younger, you think that you want to use time to save money. So you go, you may go supermarket shopping and shop around and use your time to find a little kind of a lesser price in somewhere. So you may use your time for that. But as you get older and you start to realize that time is valuable, so you start paying for time. You use money to save you time as opposed to time to save you money, if you see what I mean. So you want to be in that situation where, it's valuable to, if it's going to take you, I don't know, say 10 years or 5 to 10 years to figure it out yourself, and it costs you much more than $1,997 to do that. Whereas you can learn a methodology, a way of doing it that's applicable no matter how you trade, a process, a framework, how to log your trades, how to look at your performance statistics, how to use them so that you consistently improve as a trader. So what I'll do is I'll open up to questions, and then let's see if we can actually get the charts working. Maybe it's behind if I close this. Let's do that. Let me say, if you have any questions, you can also email me at simon@tradesmartforex.com. And let's also take this opportunity to say thank you for, again, apologies for the connection, the internet connection. I think we've done pretty well considering. So I have a YouTube channel. You can go and join it here, and you can get it from my website as well. And again, this is a link to join the training. Start now. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for watching. For those of you who stayed here the whole time, and if you watched the replay and realized the work that went in behind the scenes, what David's put into this and all the other presenters, and you realize you're getting a great education here from all the people that are presenting. There's a lot to learn. And so absorb it and use it to help you move forward on your journey of becoming the best trader that you can become. Now let's have a look and see if I can close this down. Here we go. We've got charts. So let me show you very quickly for what I've only got about 1 minute. Let me just change the chart. Don't know why it wasn't working. And let's see if I can do it. No, it's not letting me change for some reason. Let's see, figure out why. Nope, don't know why it's not letting me. You can hear it. It's not letting me do it. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. Thanks, David. It's great to be here. I hope next time, this is the first time this has ever happened to me that I've run this from my phone. But I hope you enjoyed it, learned something valuable that you can use, even if you don't take the training. Go through the recording again. And again, there's lots of information here that will help you on your trading journey. So good luck, everyone. And thanks a lot, David, again.